Hello again. Thanks for stopping by Max's Cards and Dice Dugout. Robert Max here. Glad you are joining me, whatever time of day it is for you. This is episode number 80, Game 2 of the 1974-75 New York Nets replay using Uptempo Basketball from the Clark and Addison Gaming Company and creator Brian Haverkamp. We are in Denver tonight at the Denver Auditorium Arena. It's Saturday, October 19th, 1974, in Game 2, as I mentioned. In Game 1, the Nets were embarrassed at home by the Utah Stars 110-88. I haven't compiled points per game yet, but, only one game in the books. I'll do that as we move along. But so far, no surprise, Julius Erving is leading the Nets with 25 points per game. Okay, so my goal in this replay is to try to match or better this record of 58-26. It's not going to be easy tonight. We're in Denver, and the Nuggets were 65-19 in 74-75. They had the best record in the ABA, but we're going to give it a shot. I didn't write it down, but in real life on this day, the Nuggets won 111-103. So we got a challenge here on the road, but here we go. And the Nuggets win the opening tip-off. And that is a 2-point basket by Ralph Simpson. He sinks the 2, and the Nets lead 2-0. Next possession. The Nuggets lead 2-0. And that is a 2-point basket for the Nets. Dr. J sinks the 2, and we are tied at 2. Back to the Nuggets. And that is going to be a run. That is a 0-8 run for the Nuggets. This is the one part of the game that slows me down a little bit, but I do enjoy it. So we will roll on the 0-8 run card, and we roll a 68, and that is going to be 1 of 2 for the point guard from the line. That's 3. Shooting guard Ralph Simpson. He sinks a 2 and goes 2 for 2 from the line. Small forward Van Bredikoff, he has a 2. And nothing for the power forward or the center. And just like that, the Nets are down 9-2. All right, next possession for the Nets. 50. That's a 2-point attempt, and that is coming from Bill Melchioni, backup point guard. He will be defended by Fatty Taylor, who is a -3. Melchioni is a 50, so he becomes a 49.7. Becomes a 47. And he makes that shot. So Melchioni's on the board, hitting the 2. And it's now 9-4. Favor of the Nuggets. Nuggets ball. That is a 2-point attempt coming from Mike Green, center Mike Green. He will be defended by Willie Sojourner. Sojourner is a -6. Green is a 50.4. He becomes a 44.4. And he misses that shot. Ball back to the Nets. And a 15 is a turnover. And Denver's going the other way. And that's a turnover. We're back to the Nets. And that's going to be a run for the Nets. And that run is going to be a 8-0 run for the Nets. Gets them back in the game and actually is going to give them the lead. And we roll a 5, and that is going to be 2 points for Taylor. When I do these runs, I just go with the starters. 2 runs for Taylor. 2 points for Taylor. Gives them 6. The shooting guard, Williamson, is going to get a 2 and 2 free throws. Irving, as the shooting forward, picks up another 2. And that's it. So the Nets now lead 12-9. Ball back to Denver. And it's a 93. And that is a 2-point basket for Patrick McFarland. And now the Nets lead 12-11. Ball back to the Nets. That's a free throw attempt. And that is coming from Al Skinner. Al Skinner is a 76.6 free throw shooter. He misses the first one and misses the second one, and ball goes back to the Nuggets. 8:40 left in the first quarter. That's a 2-point basket for Dave Robish. And the Nuggets take the lead 13-12. Nets coming the other way. And we got a turnover. Here come the Nuggets. That's a free throw attempt coming from Jan Van Bredikoff. He is a 83.9 free throw shooter. Makes the first one. And makes the second one. So the Nuggets now lead 15-11. 7:40 left in the first quarter. That's a 2-point basket for Brian Taylor. And the Nuggets lead 15-14. That's a 2-point basket for the Nuggets. And that's center Mike Green. So the Nuggets now lead 17-14. 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. That's a 2-point basket, and that one is dropped by John Williamson. Nets trail by 1, 17-16. 6:40 left in the first quarter. It's a basket for the Nuggets, and that's coming from Bobby Jones. 19-16 in favor of the Nuggets. 6:20 left in the first quarter. And that's a basket for Billy Paltz, his first points of the game. 19-18. Nuggets by 1. 6 minutes in the first quarter left. And we got a run for the Nuggets. And that's going to be a 15. That's another 8-0 run for the Nuggets. 87 will be Van Bredikoff. Put them down to 2. Gives them 21. And then 2 free throws for Van Bredikoff. 22-23. And then we get 2 buckets from power forward Bobby Jones. And I need to take off 2 minutes, excuse me, 3 different times. We've had 3 runs. Every time you have a run, it's a 2-minute reduction. So I'm going to take, let's see, for the first run, we'll go 1 short of 2 minutes because I did move the clock for the possession change. For the second one, we'll go 1 short of 2 minutes, taking us down to 2:40. I apologize for this. And then for this 8-0 run, we're at 2:40. We'll go to 1:40. There's 2 minutes left in the first quarter. I apologize for that. Whenever there is a run, you remove 2 minutes from the clock. Actually, this one we haven't removed, so we will go the full 2 minutes. There's 1:40 left in the first quarter, and the Nuggets lead 27-18. That's ball. 38. That's a free throw attempt, and that's coming from Bill Melchioni. He is a 79.5 free throw shooter. Misses the first one. Makes the second one. So it's now 27-19, Denver's ball, 1:20 left in the quarter. And that's a turnover by the Nuggets. 1 minute left. Nets have the ball. That is a 2-point bucket for Willie Sojourner, backup center. So it's now 27-21 in favor of the Nuggets. 40 seconds left in the quarter. And we get a 3-point basket from Patrick McFarland, who is, well, it's an automatic basket. So McFarland hits the 3. And the Nuggets are up 30-21. There's 20 seconds left in the quarter. Nets ball. And we get a 3-pointer from the Nets, and that's coming from the doctor. So Irving nails the 3. And it's 30-24 in favor of the Nuggets. Final possession of the first quarter. And that's a 70. And that is a basket for Matt Calvin. And that makes the score at the end of the first quarter. Nuggets 32. And the Sixers 24. They have an 8-point lead. Go to quarter number 2. We jump every quarter back here in the ABA. And this one goes to the Nuggets. I'll total up points later on and, compile the stats off camera. All right, so we got a 14 for the Nuggets, and that is a turnover. Ball back to the Nets. That's a free throw attempt coming from Julius Erving. He is a 79.9 free throw shooter. He makes the first one and makes the second one. So it's 32-26, 11:20 in the second quarter. Nuggets ball. 87. That is a basket. Claude Terry. So Denver leads 34-26, 11 minutes to go in the half. And we get a run from the Sixers, or excuse me, the Nets. And that is a 6-0 run for the Nets. All right. 74. It's going to be a 2 for shooting guard Williamson. Gives them 28. 2 for the shooting forward, just Dr. J, 30. And 2 for the power forward, who was Keenan. And the Nets have cut into that lead. It's now a 2-point lead for the Nuggets, 34-32. We take 2 minutes off the clock. There's 9 minutes left in the half. It's Denver's ball. That's a free throw attempt for the Nuggets. That's coming from Fatty Taylor. He is a 75.0 free throw shooter. Makes the first one, makes the second one. So Taylor gets his first points of the game. And it's 36-32 in favor of the Nuggets. 8:40 left in the half. That's an and one. And that is coming from 99. It's Willie Sojourner, the backup center. So he's going to hit the 2. And was fouled in the act of shooting and will go to the line. Try to make it a 3-point play. He is a 70% free throw shooter. And he makes that. So Denver's lead is down to 1, 36-35 with 8:20 left in the half. That is a basket for the Nuggets from Byron Beck. Nuggets are up by 3, 38-35, 8 minutes to go in the half. That's a free throw attempt for the Nets. And that's coming from John Williamson, shooting guard. He is an 83.7 free throw shooter. He makes the first one and makes the second one. So Williamson. And it's 38-37 in favor of the Nuggets. 7:40 left in the half. That's a basket, 2-point basket for Bobby Jones. And the Nuggets now lead 40-37, 7:20 in the half. That's an and one for the Nets, and that's coming from Billy Paltz. So Billy Paltz sinks the 2 and is fouled. And the Nets are down by 1. Paltz has a chance to tie this game with the foul shot. He is a 74.8 free throw shooter, and he misses it. So the Nuggets lead by 1 with 7 minutes to go in the half, 40-39. And that's a basket for Matt Calvin. Nuggets by 3 with 6:40, 42-39. Nets have the ball, and that's a turnover. 6:20 to go. Nuggets ball. That's a 2-point attempt. Or excuse me, it's a free throw attempt from Fatty Taylor. He is a 75% free throw shooter. Misses the first one. And makes the second one. So now it's a 4-point lead for the Nuggets. 43-39, 6 minutes to go in the half. It's a 2-point attempt for the Nets coming from Brian Taylor. He is a 59.2. He will be defended by Matt Calvin, whose defense is a 0. So 59.2 for Taylor, Brian Taylor. And he misses that. Nuggets get the ball. 5:40 in the half. Coming the other way. And that is a 2-point basket for Fatty Taylor. Now it's a 6-point lead for the Nuggets with 5:20 left in the half. And that is a basket, and that one is sunk by Billy Paltz. It's 45-41 in favor of the Nuggets with 5 minutes in the first half remaining. This is a 2-point attempt coming from backup center Dave Robish. He will be defended by Billy Paltz, who is a great defender, always was. He's a -7. That makes Robish 67.8. Excuse me, 66.8. And he misses. Good defense by Paltz. There's 4:40 left in the half. Nets have the ball. And they're going to go on another run. And that's an 86. That's a 10-2 run for the Nets. Let's see how that goes. The numbers in red are for the opposition. So we roll a 23. That's going to come here. So we're going to get 2 buckets from point guard Taylor for the Nets. 2, 2. It's them. 43, 45. 3 from the shooting guard Williamson. 2, 4, 6. I mean 6 rather. 2, 4, 6. And that's the scoring for the Nets. From the Nuggets, we're going to get a basket from shooting forward Van Bredikoff. And now the Nets lead by 4, 51-47. We take 2 minutes off the clock. There's 2:40 left in the half. It's Nuggets ball. 88. That is a basket from Ralph Simpson. So now the Nets lead by 2, 51-49. There's 2:20 left in the half. That's a free throw attempt coming from Brian Taylor. He's a 76.5 free throw shooter. He makes the first one, and he makes the second one. So it's the Nets by 4, 53-49 with 2 minutes in the half. That's a basket for the Nuggets, and that's coming from Patrick McFarland. Two-point game, 53-51 in favor of the Nets. 1:40 left in the half. That's a free throw attempt coming from Julius Erving. Irving is a 79.9 free throw shooter. He makes the first one and makes the second one. And the Nets are up by 3 again with 1:20 left in the half. The score is 55-51. That's a turnover by the Nuggets. Nets have the ball with 1 minute and a half. And that's a turnover by the Nets. 40 seconds to go in the half. Denver's got the ball. And that is a basket coming from Bobby Jones. So it's a 2-point game again, 55-53. 20 seconds to go in the first half. And 63 is a basket for the Nets. That's coming from Willie Sojourner off the bench. That's 57-53, final possession of the half. It's a 2-point attempt coming from Bobby Jones. He will be defended by Larry Keenan, who is a -6. Bobby Jones is a 69.5, or excuse me, he's a 60.5 from the field. -6 would be 54.5. And Jones makes that basket to end the half. So at the half, the Nets have a 2-point lead, 57-55. High-scoring affairs. The ABA was known to be with its more street ball style. We're going to go to the third quarter and have our jump ball. This one goes to the Nets. And that is a basket for John Williamson. And it's 59-55 with 11:40 to go in the third quarter. It's a basket for the Nuggets from Fatty Taylor. (59-57) favor of the Nets with 11:20. That's a basket coming from Al Skinner. His first points of the game. And it's 61-57 in favor of the Nets. 11 minutes in the third quarter. Dave Robish sinks that shot. And it's 61-59 favor of the Nets. So this is going to be a free throw attempt for the Nets, and that's coming from John Williamson, who is an 83.7 free throw shooter. He misses the first one and makes the second one. So it's now 62-59. 3-point lead for the Nets with 10:20 in the third quarter. This is a free throw attempt for the Nuggets coming from Bobby Jones, who is a 69.5 free throw shooter. He misses the first one and makes the second one. So it's 62-60. Favor of the Nets. 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. This is a 2-point attempt coming from Dr. J. He will be defended by Jan Van Bredikoff, who is a -1. So Dr. J is a 51.5. He becomes a 50.5, and he misses that shot. Good defense by Van Bredikoff, and it's the Nuggets ball, trailing by 2, 62-60, with 9:40 left in the third quarter. And that's a turnover by the Nuggets. 9:20 left in the third quarter. That's a turnover by the Nets. 9 minutes left in the third quarter. Another turnover. Things are getting a little sloppy out there. Nets have the ball with 8:40 in the third. And that is a basket for Barry Keenan. So it's now 64-60 in favor of the Nets. 8:20 left in the third quarter. Turnover by the Nuggets. Nets coming the other way. And that's going to be another basket. From the Doctor. His first points of the second half. And it's now 66-60. Nets have built up a small 6-point lead with 7:40 left in the third quarter. This is a 2-point attempt coming from Matt Calvin, and he will be defended by Brian Taylor, who's a -6. That makes Matt Calvin's 49.0 43. But he sinks it anyway. And it's 66-62 in favor of the Nets with 7:20 left in the third. This is a free throw attempt coming from Julius Erving, who is a 79.9 free throw shooter. He makes the first one and makes the second. So it's now 68-62, favor of the Nets with 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Denver ball. Denver turns it over. 6:40 in the third. This is a basket by Willie Sojourner. And the Nets lead is now 8, 70-62, with 6:20 in the third quarter. This is a free throw attempt. And at the line will be Ralph Simpson. He is a 75.4 free throw shooter. He makes the first one, and he misses the second one. So it's 70-63, a 7-point lead for the Nets. 6 minutes to go in the third. It's a turnover by the Nets. 5:40 in the third. Nuggets ball. And a turnover by the Nuggets. Sloppy play in this third quarter. Or good defense, one of the two. And this is an and one for the Sixers. And that is coming from John Williamson. So Williamson sinks the bucket and is fouled. And Williamson is an 83.7 free throw shooter, and he misses. So it's Denver's ball, 5 minutes in the third quarter, and the Nets lead 72-63. They built up a 9-point lead, but here's Denver's ball. This is a basket, and that's coming from Claude Terry. So it's 72-65, 4:40 in the third. Nets lead by 7. This is a free throw attempt, and that is coming from Julius Erving. He's a 79.9. He misses the first one and makes the second. So it's now 73-65. That lead is 8 for the Nets. Nuggets ball. This is a 2-point attempt coming from Mike Green. He will be defended by Billy Paltz, who's a -7. Green's a 50.4, becomes a 43.4, and he misses that shot. Good defense by Billy Paltz. Nets ball, still leading 73-65. And this is a 2-point basket, and that's coming from Larry Keenan. So it's now 75-65. It's a 10-point lead. 3:40 in the third. Nuggets ball. This is a basket, and this comes from Matt Calvin. 75-67. 3:20 in the third. Sixers ball. Nets ball. Why do I keep calling them the Sixers? This is a free throw attempt, and that's coming from Billy Paltz, who is a 74.8 free throw shooter. He misses the first one and makes the second. Paltz, his first point of the third quarter, and it's 76-67, a 9-point lead with 3 minutes to go in the third. The Nuggets turn the ball over. 2:40 in the third. Nets coming the other way. They turn it right back over. 2:20 in the third. Nuggets coming the other way. And that is a basket from Ralph Simpson. And it's now a 7-point lead, 76-69 for the Nets with 2 minutes in the third. It's 29. It's a free throw attempt. And this is coming from Al Skinner. Skinner is a 76.6 free throw shooter. He makes the first one, and he makes the second one. So 2 free throws for Skinner. And it's now 78-69. It's a 9-point lead for the Nets with 1:40 left in the third. Denver turns the ball over again. 1:20 left. Nets ball. This is a 2-point attempt, and that's coming from Larry Keenan. He will be defended by Byron Beck, who is a 0 on defense. So Keenan is a 50.9 shooter from the floor, and he makes that. That's 80 points for the Nets, and they have now built up an 11-point lead, 80-69, with a minute left in the third quarter. 78. That's going to be a basket for the Nuggets, and that's going to come from Bobby Jones, Hall of Famer. And it's now a 9-point lead, 80-71. And there's 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. And 88, that's a basket, and that comes from the Doctor. So 82-71, it's back up to an 11-point lead. 20 seconds to go in the third. Denver turns it over. And the last possession of the third quarter is a basket. And that's going to come from Al Skinner. So after three, the Nets have built up a 13-point lead. They lead 84-31 as we go to the final quarter. Denver wins the tip. First possession. It's a 2-point attempt. It's coming from Claude Terry. Off the bench, he will be defended by Julius Erving, who's a -9. Terry is a 54. That makes him a 45. And he makes the shot. So it's an 11-point lead for the Nets. And that's a basket for John Williamson. That's 86-73 in favor of the Nets with 11:20 in the game, left in the game. That's a free throw attempt coming from Mike Green. He's an 87.9. Makes the first. And misses the second. So it's 86-74. It's a 12-point lead for the Nets. 11 minutes to go in the game. This is an and one coming from Brian Taylor. So Taylor sinks the basket. Gives them 88 points and will be at the line shooting one. He's a 76.5, and he makes that. So it's now 89-74, 13-point lead. Or excuse me, 15-point lead, and there's 10:40 left in the game. Nuggets ball, 32. This is a free throw attempt coming from Matt Calvin, who's an 89.6, and he makes that. First shot, and he makes the second. 2 free throws for Calvin, and it's 89-76, a 13-point lead for the Nets. 10:20 in the game. This is a basket for Ryan Taylor. And it's now 91-76. 10 minutes to go in the game. Nuggets coming the other way. And they turn the ball over. That's 9:40. This is a basket. And that's coming from the Doctor. And it's now 93-76. Nuggets ball, 9:20. And they turn the ball over again. 9 minutes. Nets ball. It's a 2-point basket coming from John Williamson. And it's now 95-76, a 19-point lead. 8:40 to go in the game. A bit surprising. And it's a 52. This is going to be a 2-point attempt for the Nuggets coming from Fatty Taylor. He will be defended by Ryan Taylor, who's a -6. Fatty Taylor's a 43.4. Becomes a 37.4. And he misses. So that's another turnover for the Nets. 8:20 to go in the game. This is a 2-point attempt for the Nets. And that is coming from Al Skinner. He will be defended by Ralph Simpson, who's a -2. Skinner is a 49 even from the field. That makes him a 47, and he misses, and another turnover. So there's 8 minutes to go in the game, and the Nets still lead 95-76. Nuggets ball, 92. And that is a basket for Bobby Jones. And it's now 95-78 in favor of the Nets with 7:40 to go in the game. 69, and that is going to be a basket. And scoring that is the doctor. So it's now 97-78. 19-point lead for the Nets with 7:20 to go in the game. Quite a performance on the road so far. And the Nuggets turn it over. It's Nets ball with 7 minutes to go. And this is a 2-point attempt coming from Larry Keenan. He will be defended by Byron Beck, who is a 0. So Keenan is 50.9 from the field, and he makes that. So it's 99-78. 21-point lead for the Nets. Who'd have thunk? 6:40 to go, and we roll a 59. This is a 2-point attempt for the Nuggets, and that's coming from Mike Green, center. He will be defended by Billy Paltz, who's a -7. Green is a 50.4. He becomes a 43.4, and he misses that shot. Good defense by Paltz. And we're going the other way with Nets have the ball with 6:20 to go in the game. 40. This is going to be a free throw attempt coming from Ryan Taylor. He is a 76.5. He makes the first one, and he misses the second one. So Taylor hits the one, and it's 100-78. 22-point lead. Denver has the ball with 6 minutes to go in the game. This is a 2-point attempt coming from Bobby Jones. He will be defended by Ed Manning, who is a -6. So Jones is a 60.5. That makes him a 54.5, and he makes the shot. So it is a 20-point lead for the Nets, 100-80 with 5:40 to go in the game. Looks like the Nets have responded from that disappointing home opener. That's a 2-point attempt, although there is some basketball to play yet. 2-point attempt coming from the Doc. And he will be defended by Claude Terry, who is a +1. So Irving, who is a 51.5, becomes a 52.5, and he misses the shot. 5:20 to go. Nets have a 20-point lead, 100-80. Denver has the ball. This is a 2-point attempt coming from Ralph Simpson. He will be defended by John Williamson, who's a -2. That makes Simpson a 50.9, 48.9. He misses. 5 minutes to go in the game. Nets with the 20-point lead. They have the ball. And this is going to be a basket from Bill Melchione, and that will make this lead a 22-point lead, 102-80. Denver's ball. Most of the Nuggets faithful have left. 4:40 to go in the game. And this is going to be a basket from Ralph Simpson. And it's a 20-point lead, 102-82 with 4:20 to go. And 9, that's a turnover by the Nets. 4 minutes to go. Denver has the ball, and they turn it right back over. 3:40 in the game. And we are trading turnovers here. 3:20 in the game. It's a 2-point basket for Patrick McFarland. Haven't heard from him in a while. And it's an 18-point game, 102-84 with 3 minutes to go. Looking good for the Nets unless the Nuggets can get on a run. And this is a 2-point basket scored by John Williamson. He's had a pretty good game. So it's 104-84, back to a 20-point lead. 2:40 to go. This is a 2-point attempt coming from Dave Robish. He will be defended by Billy Paltz, who's a -7. That makes Robish a 47.4, and he misses. Good defense again by Paltz. And we're down to 2:20, and that 20-point lead is holding. And this is another basket for the Nets. And that's coming from Brian Taylor, and now it's a 24-point lead. 106-84. Excuse me, a 22-point lead. All right, 2 minutes to go. Denver's ball. It's a 2-point attempt coming from Matt Calvin. He will be defended by Bill Melchione. He is a -3. Calvin is a 49. Even, that makes him a 46 even, and he misses that shot. Good defense by Melchione. 1:40 to go. Nets have the ball. 99. This is a 3-point attempt coming from Bill Melchione, and he will be defended by Fatty Taylor, who is a -3. Now, Melchione is a 29.6 from the 3-point line. That makes him a 26.6, but he lets it go and misses. 1:20 to go in the game. Nuggets trail by 22, 106-84. 35. This is a free throw attempt. 29. And that's coming from Ralph Simpson. Simpson is a 75.4. He makes the first one. And he makes the second one. So it's a 20-point lead for the Nets with a minute to go in the game. Nets turn it over. 40 seconds to go. Denver has the ball. This is a basket, and that's going to come from Byron Beck. And it's an 18-point game, 88 to 106. 20 seconds to go. Nets ball. We roll a 60. And that is a basket for 47. Julia serving. 108. 86. Final possession of the game. Or excuse me, 88. 106, 88. So 50.7. This is a 2-point attempt coming from Fatty Taylor, who will be defended by Bill Melchioni, who's a -3. That makes Fatty Taylor a 40.4. And he makes it, and this game is over. So the Nets, after having that disappointing home opener, come into Denver and take down the Nuggets 108 to 90. I'll get the totals later on, and we'll start compiling the stats, just for the Nets, because this is a Nets replay project. All right, thanks for hanging out with me. And until next time, take care.